What's up, people? So, the last time we spoke, we were talking about, a million untold situation with Miguel and some other things. That's pretty much wraps up high school. It doesn't really wrap up high school, it just wraps up high school situations. And most of you guys who watch this already lived those situations with me, so it's time to move on to something else. So, let's talk about my Walmart life. Now, for those of you who know my Walmart life, y'all know that it's an interesting one. I think the most interesting thing would have to be when Walmart had its own internal hexagon. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to explain the situation, the story of what a Walmart hexagon is. So pretty much, one thing at the Walmart a couple months in, there was this new hire who was in the back in the training room. I usually go back there to go mess with the new hires, steal candy from Jocelyn, say hello, when I'm not working, of course. And in the midst of that, we had a new girl named Alex. Alex was quite the person when I first met her. She was okay, she was funny, I guess, in a way. And we just had a good conversation. That's pretty much it. That's all where that was going. That's all that I wanted to go to, right? So, I remember the day after that, she finally got put onto the register for the first time because she was a cashier. And we had my old coworker Paul was over here asking me like, "Hey, have I seen a new girl?" I'm just like, "Sure, yeah, whoever she is." So she walks by and like her. I'm like, "Oh, that's Alex." He's like, "You know her?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know of her. We had a competition here and there." So me not really putting two and two together. This man was, I guess, pretty much trying to mac, trying to flirt. And okay, like, don't get me wrong, Paul's a cool dude. Don't get me wrong. It's just that sometimes he's also an older guy, and Alex didn't look like she was like she was 18, 20, and it's a little illegal. So as we were going through that, I'm just like and getting more information on like what's going on between Paul and Alex. I'm just listening to like what's going on because after the situation, because she tells me about it, saying, "Hey, the guy in here, we talk, we text, that, yeah." I'm just like, okay, cool. That's because I hung out with her at lunch. A week passes by. And I'm just not caring, the drama passes, at Walmart, a week slides like that. So, like, it was a week, but it felt like 3 days. I run into Terrence, my lovely guy, my friend, my bro for life. I run into him at Walmart. And so we over here, I'm on lunch, he's on lunch, we're just talking. And then he's talking about this new girl who got hired. Yeah, Walmart hired, like, someone new every other day. So, I didn't know it was the same girl. I'm just like, cool. And I'm like, what's her name? What she look like? And her name is Alex. I'm just like, and it hit me instantly like, nah, Alex is a common name. It can be anybody. I'm just like, so I go along with it. I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. Just as we were leaving the break room, because I had to go clock back in, he had to go back to work. Just as we were leaving, Alex walks into the break room and he points her out. And I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. So I'm just like, okay. So she comes and sits at the table. I'm not clocking out. I'm about to have an extended lunch. I text everybody, yeah, I'm at lunch. So we about to have a whole conversation, and that's exactly what went down, bro. We had to have the whole conversation. So I asked Alex about what's going on. I don't mention Paul for reasons why. And we just had a whole conversation about what's going on, like when she started talking to Terrence, yada yada. Keep in mind at this time, her relationship, whatever, with Terrence was definitely lost more than her, whatever, with Paul. I guess Paul thought something was going on. If anyone saw, you can clearly tell that Alex and Terrence are like feeling each other more than whatever her and Paul were doing. So, but once it got out that Alex was talking about Paul and Terrence, it hit the fire. It hit flames. So instead of me telling you about it, I got my guy Terrence with me, and he's gonna tell like his side of like what happened from like that moment when it all went. When the whole Paul, you and Al situation hit, when it became the triangle and whatever, your point of view and like what happened from there. So, inform us, please.
Okay, so at the beginning, I did talk to her. I liked her. Then I talk about her to you, and that's when the situation came up. I was still talking to her, and one day I actually got to hang out with her. We went bowling. I missed the first kiss because I didn't expect her to like me like that. But then it did lead up to us getting together. Then there was one time that one day, you were there too. We went to the back room. She told me to get her phone. I went to get her phone.
Yes.
And she was still with the person she's marrying now.
Mm-hmm.
She was with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I confronted her about it. And you know what? I'm a nice guy. And I believe anything. And she was crying, saying, I wouldn't be mad if you left me and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm giving you a choice. Either choose him or choose me. She cheated, of course. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy to change her. And she chose me. She broke up with him that day, or at least that's what I saw in the text messages. And it proceeded on. And then it got to where I realized that Paul likes Alex. And I'm like, yo, wow. My guy's not even going to tell me. And I was cool with Paul. But then, like, I could see, because when, like, two guys like one girl, it's going to be problems. Especially if that one girl goes to the other guy and that other guy was trying to talk to her more. You know, it's going to be problems. So it ended up me and Paul not liking each other. And I'm not going to lie, there were some days that, you know, I felt a little salty because he was right. Like the day that I got took into the office and they were telling me, yeah, like she's cheating. They showed me the text messages and I'm like, dang. And that day I wanted to quit. But that day I broke up.
Those days were interesting. I remember that day I walked in and like, I was with Cameron and it was like, you gonna register, Alex gonna register, and then Paul behind her. I was cracking up, so I'm like, Cameron, you gotta go into that. Cause I love not being a cashier. And when I saw that, I was like, somebody dying today. Like, somebody is dying today. And I'm just like, okay, all right, well, let's continue this. Now, keep in mind, for those who know, this girl, biggest con on this, I didn't know that she was in a relationship with anyone at all. If I would have known, because I talked to her first, like, we were friends-ish. So if I would have known she had a whole boyfriend or whatever, I would have warned everybody. This would have just faded away. Boom. But she didn't tell me. And I think she knew this is the reason why. Didn't know she was messy. The quiet people are always the messiest.
This is true.
Like, they're always the messiest. And after the whole Dairy Queen situation, that's what really got me interested. So for y'all to know, she pretty much chose Terrence at this moment. They're talking more than anything, talking every day, but she didn't officially, like, solidify anything. So she technically was still able to date people. So Paul asked her to go out for my Dairy Queen. So Alex relates the message to Terrence. Of course, Terrence, trying to start something, didn't want it because obviously that'll just make it confusing and ruin any chances of anything else. So he tells her his opinion on how he feels about it. She agrees and tells Paul she can't. Paul comes to work the next day and saying how she's supposed to be a grown woman, and I'm like, Paul, she's not a grown woman at all.
She's still young.
Right, she is young. I'm like, bro, understand y'all. Yeah, age and differences, yada yada. I didn't know Alex came with so much baggage until like Keelan Cole, bro. Like,
oh my goodness.
Until Keelan Cole, I don't know how much you had to go through with her until Keelan Cole, because that's when everything like came out, like everything. And we talked about everything, like her parents, the strictness. You went through too much. Way too much for me.
And you know what was crazy? It was basically at the time that we did break up near December, she always kept on asking me, let's hang out. And I said, okay, we can hang out. And then one day it was her and her sister, her little sister, and we let her go play in the park. And she just broke down and cried in front of me. And I was like, I'm so sorry, please take me back. And I'm like, I don't know. I shouldn't, because you cheated twice. Do it twice, that's it for it. But, when she went to Key Lime Cove, I made sure I helped her, saying, okay, do this on your resume a little bit more. You guys, anybody, like for Keys, since you talked to her, Keys, to help you on the resume, and then get the job solidified. And, I was glad that she got the job.
Yeah, she got there before me. And then as I got there, she left because she was at Sears, and then she came back.
Oh, wow, she did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she was there before me, because she left Walmart to go to Key Lime Cove. I was still at Walmart like for months after. Then I'm like, you know what, I'm done with Keyline, Walmart, so I went to Keyline because of, you know, she like told me the job. She like, go to Keyline Co. They need new people, so I applied for it. When I got there, she was gone because she went to Sears. Then she messaged me like, hey, I'm coming back. Like, she's coming on my Instagram post. She did go Sears. Yeah, so she coming on my Instagram post saying she's coming back. I'm like, okay, cool. No work got done no time soon. Like, when she came back, yeah, we were on Snapchat almost every. I have a lot of Snap memories of Killing Cove with her and I. What I did not like is after solidifying a friendship with Alex is she's literally the biggest last minute flake I've ever met in my life. Like, really? We will make whole plans to hang out, like a weekend advance, whatever, or some days, and she would like hype it up every day until literally 5 to 10 minutes beforehand. She would be like, "Oh, I can't do this," or "Oh, I got something to do." And these are things that you don't just get till you gotta do. These are things your mom told you this morning or yesterday, and you trying to spare your feelings, don't want to tell them because you think you can get out of it when you know you can't. So it got crazy because around the time y'all broke up and she went to Killing Cove, y'all, she started to she tried out Tinder. So
I gotta drink my
she tried Tinder, and you guys, when I say everyone has had, I've never used it, but everyone that I've known has had Tinder failed. I've never met even have Tinder like she had. So I think the funniest one was the one with the couch.
That is, bro, that is just like
that legit is my favorite one. It
like, how can you even do that, like,
bro? Like, no bodily function can create that color.
Bro,
so
I felt like she shitted on herself, to be honest. She shitted right there. That's my excuse.
Man, it was the funniest story ever. So, I can get into detail. Just a
little bit.
From this moment, y'all, if y'all have a sensitive stomach or anything you're disgusting, don't listen. If you want to know more, continue. So pretty much, instead of going into details, Alex had a Tinder date. You know, she was trying to get over Terrence, I guess. And
shit, I have fun on my time.
Bro, this goes back because around this time, Darius popped up again, and then there was Jordan. Yeah, there's so much. So let's go there. Let's go up then. So she had a Tinder date, right, with this Marine, this guy in the army or military, whatever. And she goes to his apartment, right? You know, obviously Tinder is at the time, probably still is, used for one thing only. So that, you know, they were talking at it, and that's how we get to business. Apparently, in the middle of him, you know, trying to warm her up, and other things warmed up, she feels something as if, you know, your body, y'all know the feeling, and she secretes a color from below, and it stains a guy's couch, yeah. So pretty much she discharged on someone's couch, and it's not the color it should be. So after that, I'm like, maybe you should take a break from Tinder. Like, first get checked out, like get yourself together, then take a break. And that's what I honestly thought she should have done, because that got very disgusting. And that's literally there are worse ones, but that is the funniest ones. And she had the audacity to like judge a guy based off like his penis size. I'm like, Alex, you really have nowhere to judge anybody. Like,
you've been everywhere.
Like, your lineup is like, you had an interest in Darius Price. Like, you can't judge anybody, but Darius Price is not really important. He is a peg on this lovely hexagon. So for y'all don't know, the hexagon is Alex, Paul, Terrence, Darius, Jordan, my great friend Jordan. You guys seen it on all my Snapchats, and this guy from Lawn and Garden. Like, that's six. And she cleared this 6 in less than like 2 months. Except for Jordan. Jordan, not that easy. Jordan, thank you for being the only one not easy. I know I'm calling y'all easy, but
yeah, I was easy.
You know, you have to do what you have to do. I don't know y'all was doing what you had to do in the locations y'all were doing, which I had to do. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So Darius pops back up after these Tinder fails and tries to hang out. She almost agreed to him, but she's like, hey, Ricky, can you go with him? Just like, I'm not going on a date with you and Darius. It was not happening. And
the gay Darius? The Darius, yeah. Man, I need that Gucci bandana. Darius, the one that was gay at Walmart, but then he was like, no, I'm not gay at Walmart. That Darius?
That Darius. So, There's so much at Walmart. Walmart's so messy.
I can't believe they actually went on a date. That shit crazy.
That hangout apparently was just a hangout. Their story is different compared to Alex, of course. Alright. Darius' point of view. So this story is just really quick, really short. So I meet Darius at in electronics at Walmart, and I ask him about what happened, like how's the day, yada yada. That's the first thing I brought up. Like, hey, I was going to LA, so you had a date with Alex, yada yada. How's that? I was like, oh, we just kicked it, yada yada, you know. Then he was like, I tried to, she was trying to push something, and I was just like, feeling it, yada yada. Pretty much make it sound like she was trying to get in his pants, which at this moment, believable. But I know Darius. Darius only will put the story on someone else when shit didn't go his way, and when he did so he doesn't look like the bad person or like the person who just got rejected. He does it all the time. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So Kim already asked Alex what happened, and when I asked her what happened, she's like that he was just trying to do shit too quickly, like get it da. Like it was like,
dang,
so
the tea.
And when she was like, when she had enough, she was like, no, I'm going home. Maybe we should probably just hang out, just chill, just talk, be friends, whatever. Cut him off right then and there.
Dang, he's friend zone.
He was like, yeah, cool, and then he made a BS excuse why she has, why they gotta leave, like he gotta go home or something like that. And I was just like,
he got the biggest friend zone of the year, bruh. How do you get clipped like that? Yeah.
I mean, keep in mind this time, people thought that he was gay for Jordan. I mean, it was
that was funny,
bro. It was, like, it was crazy. I mean, it looked like it was there. Like you follow this man, all you do is talk about this man, and then there's the type who he actually done. We had this girl named Destiny who worked in like apparel. You remember this one, Destiny, the blonde haired girl, eyelash, who had a boyfriend. Everyone knows she's in a relationship. This man on an off day sits her entire shift. And it's not like a 7 to 3, which is easy to do. No, this is a 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. shift.
Oh,
he sits in there with her, in apparel. I don't know how he didn't get kicked out. Her entire shift. Walmart shifts are 9 hours because you take an hour for lunch. And so I was like, bro, you literally sat, like, you wasted a whole off day. 3 to 11? You know what can get done?
He wasted his whole day.
You know what can get done? I was like, okay, whatever. But I'm getting off track. So let me take you fast forward to the day me, Jordan, and Alex went to the museum. Woo! Okay. So we get to the museum and everything's good. We chilling, we're riding, we're cruising. I'm gonna post a picture. I think I took of all 3 of us at the museum. I'm gonna put it just right somewhere on the screen. Look for it. So we get to the museum, we have a good time, yada yada. Jordan is texting me because every now and then when we get quiet and we like split up to look at other exhibits by ourselves, she's texting him some things and he's replying back so nonchalant and blunt as ever, and he's messaging them to me. So I'm like, bro, you know what? Let's just go to Denny's after this and we can have a conversation. Y'all, I can't indulge what Denny's does or why we go to Denny's. Just know that me and Jordan have serious conversations there for certain things at certain Denny's. You never know the location. But so we go to Denny's, me, him, and Alex. For some reason she wants to go. Shockingly, it's already after like 8. It has like 20 something with the curfew. Child.
Curfew. How old is she? Oh,
right, man. She's like, bro, and her curfew was like 8 or 9.
But I ain't gonna be mad because now that I talk to more Asian people, they do say they have a strict family, and I'm still like.
So it's legit just the family style that I can't. I mean, I can understand the strictness, but what made me not like it with Alex is that how do you say you have a curfew, but you're at someone's house from Tinder at like 10 p.m. or 9 or 11 p.m. Yada yada, or you're on the base.
She's a good liar.
You're on the base. The base.
She's a really good liar. I need to be a liar like her. She needs to teach me.
I didn't tell you about her base date with the guy who had no package, but that's a different story for a different day. So anyway, Jordan was like, they're texting yada yada. She's flirting, denying everything. Cause I called her out. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, do you like Jordan? She's like, no, you're all friends. She's like, that's how I want us to be. I don't want it to be weird if we all yada yada. I'm like,
I hate liars, bro.
Right, I'm like, you don't want it to be weird. I'm like okay.
I feel like if somebody asks you and you know you're friends with them, why do you have to lie? They already know. So
thank you.
You might as well just come out clean.
So I'm just listening to the situation, like, okay, whatever, sure, whatever, okay. So keep in mind, at this time, she decided to go back to the ex. She cheated on with 4 Terrence in the beginning, and so she goes back to the ex. His name is Justin. I'm not putting a picture of this guy. That is never happening. Just know, Justice Moore on Facebook, Justus. Look it up. Look it up. So they become whatever. And at this time, I feel like with him, it's like she doesn't need to cheat even more because she's messaging Jordan saying, I have feelings for you, yada yada, and like I want to be with you, yada yada. And he sends them to me. I'm like, bro, are you up? Are you awake? This is before Jordan moved. Are you awake? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, let's go to Denny's. He's like, bet. Literally, bro, this is at like 2 in the morning. We go to Denny's at 2 in the morning because I need to see your reaction. So we're gonna go to Denny's, right? So we're all dressed. I'm like, you know what? Denny's is a little far. Let's go to Walmart. Let's be in the parking lot.
Oh my goodness.
Walmart parking lot conversations are the best ones. If you never had a conversation in a Walmart parking lot, like late as shit, you don't know what you're missing. That's my opinion. So we have a conversation. He shows me the messages. This girl thought, y'all. Like she was saying, you know, like, oh, I want to be with you, yada yada, you know, like quiet ones. Gotta be careful.
You know what's crazy though? Like before she got with the guy and we were dating, she was talking major shit about that guy. She was like, oh, he didn't really love me. He will always treat me badly. He just really never cared about me. And then he will always ditch me. And it's like, so now you're going to Jordan and saying like, I love you, and you know.
It got crazy, y'all. It got crazy. But yeah, that's like legit. Like most of it just from that moment, I really had to like space myself from like it all because I got annoyed. I got tired of all 3 of us planning events, going somewhere, and last minute she'd be like, oh, I can't go. And I'm talking about like not like I can understand if you told me the day of, like the morning of before this should happen, you can't do it. I've been like, fine, that's cool. Me and Jordan. I don't care what no one say. Most people know when they can't do shit the day of, early the morning of. Some parents won't let y'all know, hey, I need you to do this at least some hours beforehand. You tell me 20 minutes. We literally were gonna get her. We were like, okay. We said on our way. We're driving. Me and Jordan's driving. We're supposed to meet somewhere at the mall, yada yada. We're on our way at Culver's. She's like, okay, yada yada. And then next thing you know, literally as we pull into Culver's, we're like, where are you at? She said she left before us. So she's like, oh, I think I have to go back home and do something with my mom.
You know what's crazy? Because I will always tell her, like, let me speak to your mom and ask for you, because you're not going to ask. Or I'll be like, I need to hear you ask your mom, so I know this is a planned date we're going
right.
to. It's not like school, going to your mom and be like, hey mom, field trip, it's tomorrow. Can you please sign it so I could go? What?
It baffled me and it bothered me. So we just stopped inviting her to things. And ever since then, you know, like she got distant, and yeah. Oh, I'm gonna read y'all the snap she sent me and Jordan a while ago. Oh my goodness. So, and I'm so glad I kept this. Like y'all don't understand. I'm so glad I kept this.
Thank God for Snapchat that you could save chats, pictures.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so like July 17th, 2018. This is like months because me and Jordan stopped talking to her. She sends a group chat that she thinks we're in. Jordan already took off Snapchat because he doesn't use it. And I'm gonna put a screenshot of the message. I'm reading it to you guys right now. She put, "Hey guys, I know it's been a while since we all talked. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just brushing it off like it was nothing. I want to acknowledge it and sincerely apologize for being MIA and just disappearing off the earth. I'm just finding the right time to tell you, especially with this whole job situation for Keys. I'll explain that in another vlog. Yeah, it's long. I don't expect to just pick things back up because that would be pretty ignorant of me to think. At least want to let you guys know that I didn't just completely forget about those moments when I was unspoken. I had this habit of walking away when I felt insecure about things. Not proud that I can never really commit to things in the past. My friendship with you guys should have never been something I felt needed to committing to. You guys are my friends. Another friendship is really weird and quite inappropriate one. She thought that when me and Jordan talked about like sex or something like that, she felt uncomfortable. So that's why she felt it inappropriate. She was like, I wouldn't change anything about it. I honestly miss you guys and no, it's just words, but it's coming from a heavy heart. I am sorry. So I screenshot this message immediately and sent it. And
a heavy heart.
And sent it to Jordan. Jordan's like, Jordan literally said, okay, and I was like, so he's like, okay, so what does that mean? I was like, I don't know. He was like, they're like, are you forgiving her? I was like, I don't talk to her. He's like, and Jordan already moved at this point. He's already in Arizona. So he was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, that's what I sent it to you. And he's like, what the fuck?
I did not know that, I ain't even gonna say these females have a heavy heart. These girls, I'm not gonna say females, these girls have a heavy heart. I wish I got a sincere apology like that. That was a nice paragraph.
It was a really nice one, but like...
I think I give it an A+.
Right.
That one is
it was nice, but we just did not care. We just so...
Yeah, it's like, whatever, okay.
So but yeah, it was crazy. We talked about this for like a good 30 minutes. So pretty much up from am I going anywhere from this point? Actually, there's actually one more situation. There's one more thing that I have to reveal to you guys. I'm gonna reveal that one in the next entry. But as I had my guy Terrence on, and he had to be here to tell me a sensitive story. It's amazing. It was funny. It's hilarious. So wait until this video is almost over. I know it's been like a long one right now from when you guys are watching. Just keep watching. You don't want to miss this last one. You don't want to miss it.
Okay.
So yeah. So let's continue the vlog.
Oh wait. I got something to say. I ain't gonna lie. At the time, I did have a lot of heat for her. There was one time I actually asked you if I should say something. I didn't say nothing.
You didn't say anything.
But, I did, let it go. I pushed it off. When I see her, I see her. But if I got something to say, I got something to say. But, I never worry about her. If I see her, I see her.
She's something. It's something. It's...
And you're probably the only person. Ron didn't help me for shit.
So I know what it's like being in that predicament. That could be another story I tell y'all about. But I know what it's like, trust me. And it just wasn't going, it just couldn't go down that way. So I had to help. It's just how that went. Woo, Lord Jesus. I think